What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 6 of NHL 24 Salt Lake City Dragons Expansion Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting the last video. If you also leave a thumbs up on this one, I'd really appreciate it. We're currently 6-1 in the preseason. Pavel Buchnevich, the guy we made a big trade for last summer, has got 10 points in 7 games. I saw some people didn't really like that, giving up on Alexei Lafreniere. I figured this team wasn't really, making it happen in the playoffs, had to do something drastic, so decided for a switch up. Seattle Kraken there, who I think, kind of would be our rival, similar colors. I don't know. Won the Stanley Cup last year. That is their first. We've, of course, got 3 years left to try and get this done. I think this is the best team we've had yet. So, hopefully the sim's kind to us. We can get a little bit lucky here and actually go on a deep run. You guys can see on that first line, we got Buchnevich playing with Reinhart Rantanen, getting a +5, so that's huge. Dreber, Stankoven, Catton on the second line, the +3. You got the captain and Taylor Hall on the third line now, Dellandrea and Gunler, so he's finally getting promoted. Nicholas Wall on the fourth line with Hayton and Gordy. I think very good defensively, pretty solid physical. Should be one of the better fourth lines we've had. In terms of the defense, we've got Renski there and Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram costs a ton of money, but honestly, 90 overall, 99 passing. Hopefully just set up a bunch of guys and we can actually produce some more offense. Glebov on the second pair with Weir gets a +5. That should be, our ultimate shutdown pair. Schaefer down the team playing with Levshinov there. They get a +1. Goaltending wise, Knights up to an 89 after back-to-back Vezinas. Bunch of X factors. Still looking for his first zone ability. Dostal backing him up. So overall, this team really has no holes. I mean, power play 1 there looks nasty. Even power play 2, I think, should be pretty good. If you look at the PK, I think bringing in guys like Hayden Dellandrea really solidifies it. Definitely our best 2 defensive forwards. Then on PK2, you still have Waugh, McGroarty solid. The third, Rantanen's good. Catton's got some speed and defensive ability. So like I said, I really do think this is the best team we've had yet. Hopefully they can actually produce now in the game. In terms of the AHL team even, Preston here, first line center, we drafted him first round in 2026. He could actually get called up next year depending how he grows. Rachevsky's more of just like an AHL star, it looks like. After him, Justin Poirier eventually can make the team. Same with Porter Martone. I think you look at the defense here. Really no one crazy coming up, but luckily, our D-core is pretty set and no one's too old. Saarinen here, even AHL starters, 82 overall. So, like I said, a lot to look forward to. AHL team looking for a second Calder Cup. I'll show you guys the ratings here before we get started. So we've got 99 offense, 96 defense, 89 goaltending. We did have 100 offense before, but I think this is definitely the most balanced team we've had yet. So hopefully it's good enough to get that Stanley Cup. In terms of the contract situation, guys, luckily all of our top players are locked up except for Glebov there, who shouldn't command a bunch. He's more of a defensive guy. Okay, I thought he was asking for 2.7. That's all we have to offer. He's asking 6.6. All right, so we'll definitely have to make some moves come summer. Berkeley Catton as well. Last year was entry-level deal. So this is our best year to win because we got guys who are making way less than they should be. Levshinov probably also going to ask for a raise. Goaltending, Knight and Dostal are locked up. So yeah, it looks like this is our year to do it. Hopefully, you guys can find a way. Also, guys, in terms of the captaincy, Hall there still in a seat with March so retired. Decided to give Dreber here an A. Our first ever pick. He's been really good for us, so I figured he deserves it. And so Ronaldo in December here, guys, record of 18, 13, and 5. So pretty good, not amazing. Currently third place in the division. AHL team, they're also not doing as good as I expect. 17, 14, and 6. So I had very high hopes, and the team so far is just, being pretty average. Rachevsky, almost a point per game, though, is nice. Buchnevich, I mean, looking like the trade worked out. He's over a point per game for us, so see if the team can pick it up here towards the deadline. All right, guys, so the trade deadline here with a record of 34, 19, and 9, so we've actually started to play a lot better. Now, first place in the division. It's close, though. Jets there, 1 behind us. AHL team is also doing, I guess, about the same as before, 30, 24, and 8. Let's see, Rachevsky, 55, 62. We take that. NHL-wise, Rantanen's on leading score, 65 and 62. So at the deadline here, we're definitely looking for a rental since we're probably going to have to trade away guys this summer. You guys saw we really don't have a ton of cap space to work with, which is why we'd really like to win the Stanley Cup this season. Ekblad there making 9.8 for 3 more years. Would be nice if we could afford him. Same with Shabbat, DeBrusque. Vince Dunn, 12.5 for 5. Anyone on a rental? Pellick we could get. I mean, it'd make our defensive core probably insane, but I don't know if it's worth it. Marchenko, Connor McMichael. I mean, I'm really trying to think, what holes do we even have? Taseby on the block is very interesting. Askarov there. We'll take a look at Knight, but honestly, I think our defense is solid. Forward-wise, I mean, I don't even know what we'd really add. I feel like the squad is pretty stacked, but take a look at Knight here. He's got 907, so not quite as good as we've been doing, but still, not terrible. Can't complain. Dostal, 904. Definitely don't need to trade for a goalie. And like I was saying, you look at our defense here. The only guy we could upgrade is Schaefer, but he's on a rookie deal for another year, which I think is very helpful. He's actually not doing too bad with limited minutes. Also, Hedstrom here, we drafted second overall, now in 82, so he'll definitely be getting called up to NHL next season. All right, guys, so we're trying to make one trade here. That's upgrading Noel Gunler. I feel like we'll probably not bring him back next year just because we are trying to save a bit of cap space. He's making 2.2. He's doing okay. Third line is also getting second power play, but I feel like, Johnny Gaudreau here is a much bigger upgrade. 85 overall now at 35, but still has insane hands. He's going to be basically playing the same role. Second power play, passing the puck around. He'll be on the third line with Hall and Delandria. Hopefully, can help them produce a bit more offense. We're also adding right here, 18, 51, BM top 6. There's only a couple years left. He's probably never going to, be anything for us. We'll see what the CBJ say to this. I think the value's actually a bit on our side. Maybe you could even squeeze like a draft pick out of them. I also see Chinakov's on the block, but 2 years left. I definitely am looking for more of a rental. So add the 4th. And they say yes. Okay, so Gaudreau in a 4th. Again, I think, he's definitely going to add a lot of offense to our team. All right, guys, so the trade deadline's now complete. We just made the one move there for Gaudreau, trying to beef our team up a little bit without doing anything too drastic. Peyton Krebs on the move again to the Blackhawks. Let's see, Riker Evans to the Flames. Ryan Lindgren there to the Lightning. Askarov to the Penguins. That's a pretty big trade. Thomas Harley to the Coyotes, and then one of our former players. Carson Kuhlman to the Blackhawks. JT Comfort there to the Leafs, another one of our former guys. Zub to the Canadians. Maverick York there to the Avalanche. Devin Tays to the Predators. So, the Avalanche trade away, guys, is probably good because we're usually matching up with them in the playoffs. Joel Hofer there, the Lightning, is another interesting move. Honestly, look at the Avs return here for Tays. Bjork third and Chatfield. That does not seem like enough. All right, guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. First line's intact. I've actually got Dreber now on the right wing on the second line, playing with Stankoven and Gaudreau. I feel like that tape-to-tape zone ability, too good to pass up on. Looks like he was probably playing second, maybe even third line with Columbus, so I think if he's on a line with Dreber, of course, has like an insane shot that could be a great duo. Hall's on the third line, still Delandria, and now Berkeley Catton. Fourth line, no change. Defensively, no change. Power play, though, I think looks a lot better. So power play 1's the same, but Gaudreau on the second actually gives us a +5. And I think, of course, PK, there's no difference because Gaudreau definitely is not a PK player. All right, guys, we're now at the end of the regular season here with a record of 41, 28, and 13. So, only 41 wins isn't amazing. Still, though, finished 95 points thanks to 13 OT losses. AHL team, 45, 28, and 9. They also get into the playoffs. Should mention, third place there. So we're playing the Jets in round 1. Take a look here, leading scorer, Mikko Rantanen, 91 points, 82 games. So, pretty solid season from him. I'm a little bit, cautious going into playoffs. I feel like I really had much higher expectations for this team this season. Buchnevich started 77, Reinhardt 70. So, first line is pretty good. Dreber, 59, -16. Stankoven, Gaudreau, all pretty bad plus minuses. Maybe I should switch up that second line. Let's see. With Gaudreau there, 11 and 19, -6. Yeah, maybe, change some things up. Kat and Renski in the 45s, Hall there as well. Byram only 38 points with 99 passing. I feel like, it might have done a little bit better for us, but that's okay. Goaltending stats, Spencer Knight 906. Probably not getting the Vezina this year. I think too, 10 OT losses. I feel like, if half of those actually went our way, would have had 100 points, which isn't too bad. AHL-wise, Saarinen here, 909 save percentage, which is actually pretty good. Rest of the skaters, Rachevsky, about a point per game. Poirier, 69. 79 overall. Pretty good shot. He's a guy I could also look to call up next season. Lombardi, Hillman in the 60s. Lysol there was pretty close. And now the entire league here, guys. Austin Matthews put up 123 points, 61 goals. So probably won the race with Shard and Art Ross. Mitch Marner there at 113, just playing on his wing. McKinnon 111. Bratt also went off. McDavid, of course. Cole Eisman's been a beast for the Flames. You got Petey there. If you guys missed it, check out the video I did yesterday. See what it cost every team to trade for him in terms of goals. Actually, how did I miss that? McKinnon had 69. Nice. Okay. I don't know how I completely glossed over that one. Evan Bouchard, the Oilers, 94. Quinn Hughes, 85. This Oilers team is going to be a problem. The fact they have Bouchard and Hughes. Bouchard, they're up to a 90. Hughes, a 94. With still McDavid and Draisaitl is ridiculous. Lane Hudson there at 80 points with the Canadians. So, we got some tough competition. Goaltender stats here. Allen felt the least. 44 wins. Best save percentage for a starter going to be Kolosov with the Seattle Kraken, 923. And then goals against here, also Kolosov at 259. Could be winning the Vezina. Rookie skaters, I don't believe we had one this year. We got Viggo Bjork here, 69 points with Tampa Bay Lightning. Nice. And now the entire league here, guys. The Maple Leafs won the President's Trophy, obviously due to Matthews, Marner, crazy play. You got 7 teams with 100 plus. Where do we finish the entire league? 13th. Carolina Hurricanes in 12 don't get in. That is honestly outrageous. Feel bad for them. Take a look here. Last in the NHL, the Washington Capitals, 64 points. Clearly in that post-Ovi era. Most goals for there. The Maple Leafs, 330. Lowest goals against is the Kraken. didn't see us at the top of or bottom of either page, so just kind of like an average season for us. And like I was saying, guys, in the first round, we got the Winnipeg Jets. Looking at their team here, first line, no surprise, Connor, Perfetti, Ehlers. I think that's what it was last time. Cheeverkrov there, 88 overall now, playing Scheifele, Chaz Lucius. You got Barlow, Lambert, Velarde, so some of their younger players coming up. Richards Griva there, one of the Twins. Morrissey still in 91. The rest of the defense is pretty average. Truba being back on the team as well is kind of funny. Connor Hellebuyck, of course, in net. It's still going to be an issue. So hopefully our team can find a way by them. I feel like we've only had one deep playoff run year 2, knocked out by the Flames conference final. We need to at least, get back to that point. So first 2 games here in Winnipeg, and we have a 5-3 win, a 3-0 win. Let's go. Head home now to Salt Lake with the momentum. 4-3 OT win, 6-1 win. We get the sweep. Was not expecting that at all, I'm not going to lie. So here we go. Round 2. We're looking good, playing good. I feel like the regular season really does not matter when it comes to the playoffs. You just got to get in, and I feel like our team's going to show that this year. We got the Ducks in round 2. Rantanen's got 7 points in 4 games. I think I already saw the Ducks a little bit too when I hit view lines. So first line, they got Cutter Gauthier, Leo Carlson, Troy Terry, Jacob Perreault there playing McTavish and Zegras. They got Engren here. He was in the makeup 2023 draft, 3rd overall. The rest of those players in the forward group are kind of meh. Defensively, Zellerger's a 90, Mintikov. That's kind of all they got. Tristan Leno only got to an 82. A couple 79s bottom pairs, definitely not great. Goaltending, they got Gibson and Clara, both 83s. So, I mean, on paper, I think the Jets team was better. Ducks definitely have a bit more superstar forwards, I guess. But apart from that, the Jets had better depth. So, we'll see what happens here. The Ducks so far are 4-3. They actually went 7 games in round 1. Home ice advantage, 3-2 win. We get our first loss of the playoffs, though, 3-1. Head to Anaheim now, 6-4 loss, 1-0 loss. All right, so we won the first game. We lost the next 3 straight. Can we rally back here? Obviously, game 5 here. We got to do or die. 3-2 OT win. All right, game 6. Got to win at least 1 in Anaheim. 3-2 win, all right. The team is pushing. Both very close games. Just, edging by there by 1 goal. And 0-0 after 1 in game 7. 0-0 still. We're out shooting them by about 10 shots here. All right, come on. We need a hero, maybe the captain, Taylor Hall, on the power play. Somebody. Nope, not going to happen. So about halfway through the 3rd period now. Are you kidding me? Brock McGinn? I think he was on like the 4th line for them. Potential game winner. We have a power play. 5 minutes to go. Cannot find the equalizer. Are we going to lose this 1-0? Empty netter. For a second, I thought that was us tying it up. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be, I guess, in this year. 2-0 loss. Game 7. Semifinal. And again, we're knocked out of the playoffs. It honestly hurts so much. AHL team was 1 and done as well. Lost 3-1 there in round 1. Like, what is going on here? All right, guys, and the draft lottery just came in. Washington picking first overall. As I mentioned, definitely new era there after Ovi. Detroit suffering from 12-2, so good for them. AHL teams there. Milwaukee wins the Calder. Devils with the Stanley Cup. So we're going to have a couple years left here to get it done. Sam Reinhart was a point per game. I'm curious to see. I think, again, we just got unlucky. Like, only thing really that makes sense. Take a look here. Devils beat the Penguins in 6, Flyers in 5, Sabres in 5, then the Oilers in 6. Not even having to play 1 game 7 is a pretty dominant playoff run. Let's see. Reinhart here. You had Rantanen with 9, Buchnevich 8. So like the top line was doing it. Dreber, Catton, Byram, Hall at 5, Gaudreau 6. I mean, no one's like staying out as doing terrible. I guess Werenski probably should have more than 2 points as a top pairing defenseman. Goaltending, Knight was actually really good. A 929 save percentage, we're still going home. I mean, geez, he drops to an 86. I don't know how fair that is, but yeah, cannot put this on Knight. I think he's definitely our goalie. Just got unlucky. So looking at the team awards there, individually, Matthews, Art Ross, and the Hart. Bouchard, James Norris, so back-to-back Oilers defensemen. Marner, Lady Bing. Booker there, Calder. Hughes, Conn Smythe. Kolosov, Vezina, along with William Jennings. You had Tucker here getting the Bill Masterton. Seattle coach Jack Adams. Hischier got the Selke now with the Sharks. Matthews, Ted Lindsay, and then McKinnon, of course, with the Maurice Richard. So AHL award, we didn't win our division, so we got nothing there. In terms of the individual, just trying to look for like real players. Winterton, most goals. Let's see. Ratzlaff, best goalie. Kind of cool there. Koivu, last name, MVP of the playoffs. Trudeau, community involvement, funny. Ratzlaff, lowest goals against. So I don't know. Like I said, I think we're getting unlucky. Like, I think the parts are all there. I don't think there's, like, a serious issue with the team. I think just sometimes you're not getting the luck you need. So hopefully that'll turn around soon. Looking at retired players here. Speaking of Ovechkin, on Minnesota Wild now, I didn't even realize that, but he finally calls it quits. 1,985 points, 1,035 goals. Smashes Gretzky's record. He was actually still 85 overall That is so impressive. His shot there was still incredible. Just no skating. Physical has dropped a lot. Defensively, it's actually kind of decent. Malkin there retires with him. Same with Brad Marchand. Erik Karlsson. I was talking about last year's retirement class, but I mean, Zibanejad, Kadri, Stone, Roman Josi, Zach Hyman, Evander Kane. Like, this one is also pretty nuts. Looking at goalies here, Cam Talbot, Darcy Kemper, Jack Campbell there too. All right, guys, throughout the draft here, we'll take a look. Washington's getting this Aaron Goring guy, medium franchise, first overall. Take a look at the gems here. Low elite, who's going to be like a 7th round pick. That's nice. This guy, unfortunately, guaranteed 3rd. Low top 4. I mean, probably not even going to waste a pick on him. Let's take a look and see. No guaranteed medium elites going late, unfortunately. There are some guys here who could be medium elite who are going to go pretty late, especially like this dude here, Connor Holland. Also got another Tkachuk brother. Maybe it's like a younger nephew, Marcus Tkachuk from Peterborough. All right, guys, and now next year I'm trying to get traded to the Buffalo Sabres, getting a 2nd and 5th round pick back for Lucas Dostal, which I think is very good value. 84 overall, he's making 1.6 for 1 more year. We have the guy in the AHL I think we can call up. And honestly, too, this is just super good value for a backup. And they said yes. Wow. So I don't know if you guys noticed, both those picks are actually future picks, just because this draft doesn't seem the best. But now next year you can see you just have a lot more draft capital to work with. And like I was saying, Knight will still be our starter, but Sarian will call up to be the backup. And then Ball can be the starter of the AHL with this Meyer guy backing him up. Wow, look at this. Berkeley Catton's now 89 overall. I didn't even think he had that good regular season because he didn't, 46 points, but he has elite potential, so sometimes they'll randomly grow. He's definitely in our top 6 now. Also, guys, I think I'm going to trade Barrett Hayton. He's down to 81. He's actually making more money than Delandria, who I think is just as good, if not better, defensively. Again, we're trying to save whatever money we can. Plus, we got a lot of young guys, pushing for spots, whether it be Porter Martone, Justin Poirier. Nicholas Wallace-Well here is down to an 80 after only putting up 14 points last season. I think his role was 3rd line. Now it's role depth forward. So 1.7, we can save it, get a 2nd rounder here from the Islanders. They said no. Maybe they'll do like a 3rd and a 4th. Again, I'm looking at next year's draft, trying to load up our final draft. And they say yes. So I think, this will work out well. We just, cleared a good amount of cap space. Gaudreau, of course, is not bringing back. You guys can see there's all the picks we have now. And so I just into our first pick here, guys. We'll take a look at the rest of the first round. Okay, Florida, a bit of a steal there at 14. 61 overall, medium elite. Good for them. I think apart from that, though, just your standard top 5 picks all being medium elite. Plus, of course, the franchise guy. I mean, for us here, this Finnish dude, medium top 4, NHLATA, probably 3 years. A lot of C's, though, on him. This guy here is guaranteed medium top 6, NHLATA, 3 years. Similar style Theo Fleury. Leo Batter. I mean, he's the guy I'm probably eyeing right now. You also got Eddie Potter here, guaranteed medium top 6. Similar style, though, as Nobody. So I think the guy, compared to Theo Fleury, should be pretty good. Let's take a chance on him. Batter. And 64 medium top 6. All right, so like a pretty average late first round pick. Definitely nothing crazy. Picking now in the 2nd round. Again, just trying to find value. Honestly, if there's no one here worth it, could even trade this pick for a future 2nd. Could also go for Tkachuk. We're a little early on him, but I don't know if we'll actually have a pick before he's gone. And 65 medium top 6. So again, not amazing, not terrible. Yeah, 97 would have been a little bit after he went. 3rd round here. Again, we're picking 31. We got 2nd place in the division. How are we picking 31st? This doesn't make sense to me. This guy here, Connor Holland, definitely could take a chance on. A little bit early again, but let's see. 57 medium top 6, so he could have been better. Let's try this Ronald Cavallo guy. Pretty good chance there to be medium top 6. And a medium top 9 enforcer. All right, bit of an interesting pick. Another one here in the 4th round. Honestly, I might start trading some of these picks just because our last 2 pins are both really late, like 300s. Got a guaranteed low elite and a guy who should be low elite because he's 3 of 4 plus a gem. So I'm now offering my 4th, 5th, and 6th this year for Montreal's 3rd next year plus a 6 and 7 this year. And they say yes. Okay, so just trying to draft big trades with these 2 picks. We can get those 2 elites. And then next year we got 3 thirds, 2 fourths, 2 fifths. Definitely looking pretty good. All right, guys, with our first pick here, we'll go with the gem, a little bit higher ranked. Central Scouting has him late 200s. 53 overall, low elite defenseman. We take that. And then final pick here in the 7th round, we're getting the guaranteed low elite guy, who I'm surprised is going to be going so late. And Nico Nurminen here. And he's a 56 low elite center sniper. 7th round, that's a nasty pick. All right, guys, we're now at the re-sign phase here with $9.5 million in cap space. So I did my best to clear some room, but still don't have a lot. Berkeley Catton, of course, will just qualify to start. Make sure I don't forget that. He's looking for 7.2. Okay, so we got to get him and Glebov under contract, plus Levshinov. This is definitely going to be tough. You need to do some good GMing here. Levshinov wants 6. We're already over. Glebov wants 6 as well. So, oh, man. It's going to be tough to get 2 of the 3, let alone all 3 of these guys. Gaudreau, definitely, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, he's only asked for 2.6. We got young guys coming up. can let him go. Hedstrom here, definitely going to be signing. I think Jack Thompson or Ethan Edwards here will actually sign just to be like an insurance option. 2 years entry level. Let's see, Ethan Edwards. He wants 1.2, so he's the guy on the outside looking in. Thompson might get called up. I think Levshinov's, I mean, he's 85 now. He's never really done anything crazy for us. He's got 95 passing, 24 assists. I don't know. I think probably we just try and get both Glebov and Catton under contract here. We also do only need 2 years, which could help us get them cheaper. So probably just have to wait, throughout the summer till they both, come down in price. Essentially, it's a waiting game. Now, goalies here. Sarah needs a new deal. He was in the AHL. 1.2, so not a huge, savings there on Dostal. I'll qualify him. He'll probably accept it, to be honest. All right, guys, so Thompson said yes. Accidentally skipped it. Poirier there said yes as well. So, I mean, I think it's just all AHL deals. Like I said, if you look at these guys, like Levshinov, I think is going to be the guy we have to let go. Glebov's just higher rated, better, especially much better defensively. He's got 5-star defense. Levshinov only has 4. Don't really need Levshinov for the offensive stuff. We have Renski, we have Byram, so hopefully, like I said, get them signed. I feel like Levshinov too probably could trade for something. All right, guys, we'll take a look at free agency here. Obviously, we have no money to spend. We're just trying to keep our guys. Heiskanen's available, though, 93 overall. You also got Tarnquist there. I think just keeps getting like 1 or 2 year deals from the Blackhawks. Sider as well. Geez, so many good defensemen. Cam York. Engren there's an RFA. Of course, Catton, they're our guy. Drysdale as well as UFA. Just UFA at 27. Geez, so tons of good players available if we did have money, which, like I said, we do not. Goaltenders here, Askarov, 90 overall. Wow, you could build, honestly, such a sick team just through free agency this year. Take a look at 2A goalies just because if there is, medium elite, you want to sign them, but does not look to be. Low starters really aren't even worth the contract. Maxwell here, 1960 overall. Low elite defenseman. We'll try and get him. Did he get let go by a team or did he not? He did. Carolina Hurricanes drafted him 5th round, 2027. Not really sure whether or not give him a contract. Julian Lutz here, 25.79 power forward. Could just sign him for the AHL. 2 year deal, like 900K. Rest of these guys probably aren't worth it. I guess Jorgensen, 1967 is actually pretty good, so I'll make him like max offer, even though he's only got low top 6. And actually, Oscar Sundqvist here, roll 4th line. He's got decent defensive and physical stats for like a 1 year, $1 million deal. Play him on the 4th line. I feel like I don't really want those AHL scores to be in that spot. Could work out well for us. Also, Ty Nelson, 25.77, medium top 4. Sign him to a couple-year deal. Duda here, same thing, same age, same potential. He's actually 1 overall higher. So I think we do, lose a couple defensemen. At this point, though, I think we're going the 2 ways. I gotta try to find a trade that makes sense for us now with Levshinov. All right, guys. So next year, I'm trying to make a big-time trade with the Boston Bruins for Matthew Patra. Basically, it's for the contract. He's 90 overall. He's a centerman there. Kind of does it all for us, which would be nice. Could play power play, could play PK. And he's only making 5.6 for 2 more years, which is exactly how long we need him. Buchnevich here, only 1 overall below, but he's making almost double. I'm also adding Levshinov. So this seems like a crazy ad. I'm thinking the value's on our side. He's on the block. I don't know. Maybe we add a 2nd rounder their side. See what they say. Trade's rejected. Okay, so 2 for 1. Trade is still rejected. Let's try adding a couple 3rd rounders on our side. And they say we need to sweeten the value just a touch. So this seems like a crazy overpayment, but again, we kind of need to do it because we're in cap hell. They can't afford to sign the RFA player that we're sending their way. All right, so we'd have to take somebody back. Kind of defeats the purpose, but I mean, could do Liljegren or Fabro here because we do need a 6th defenseman. They have pretty much identical stats. Fabro probably fits all defensive pairs. Liljegren we're not sure about. So I'll take back Fabro here as well. See what they say. Trade still rejected because now Fabro's adding value, which is going to make this, hard to make happen. 3/3 Levshinov, Buchnevich for Patra and Fabro. They said sweeten the value just a touch. This is insane. I feel like highway robbery, but honestly, like they're the only trade part that makes sense. We did get a lot of these picks pretty cheap. They're still saying just a touch, so I don't know. All right, guys, so now next year I'm actually going back to Columbus Blue Jackets to make a trade for Chinikov, making $2.9 million. He's an 88 overall player. Probably would be playing 2nd line, I think. Catton will actually get a chance on the 1st line. Offering up Buchnevich, who's 1 overall higher, but we're saving $6 million in salary, which is definitely going to help us out. I would be willing to do this 1 for 1. Let's see what Columbus says. Trade's accepted. I actually did not expect that. So now if we play hardball in the fall, we could potentially keep Levshinov too, which is why that trade was, so beneficial for us. And honestly, like, we dropped back 1 overall, but we got a younger guy. I don't even think that's that bad. All right, guys, so a couple AHL players made offers on, just said yes. We also got a new associate coach there. Our guy wanted to be a head coach. Oscar Sundqvist said yes. Ty Nelson, again, just kind of beefing up the AHL team. 3rd and 4th for a 2nd. I don't really know why I would drop down and give them a prospect. Mikey Anderson being offered to us. Again, I think we can just wait this out. We should be able to keep Levshunov. Wow, look at this, guys. I'm sitting towards the end of the summer. National just offered us Devin Tays for Meyer. There's the medium league goalie, a couple seconds. We don't have the salary, nor does he really have anywhere to play in our lineup, but otherwise that'd be a pretty good offer. They want to do it so much they offered us again. Levshunov accepted the qualifying offer. Oh my goodness, that's actually huge because I'm pretty sure his qualifying was like 2.5. I was actually prepared to pay him more than that. So we'll get to the contract screen. Kat and Glebov both still need contracts. And I'm curious here. Yeah, Levshunov got signed 2.75. Glebov here is asking for 3.3 for 1. 2 years 4.2. That's a steal. This is why you wait till the end of the fall. So I'm just going to offer him what he's asking because that's actually really, really fair. And I don't want it to like mess up or something. And then if we do that, we'll still have $9 million for Berkeley Catton. He's asking for 1 year 3.6. 2 years 4.4. Geez, yeah. So I'm so glad we waited because we're getting them way cheaper, obviously. Only do need them for 2 more years. We actually have a little bit of cap space left over, which is kind of crazy. There we go. Glebov said yes. And so did Berkeley Catton. So I'm curious to see our cap situation. The fact that we're able to get those guys signed under $5 million for all 3 of them. Honestly, Levshunov, I probably should have actually did a 2-year deal on because he'll be up again next season. But we still have $6.5 million in cap space now, which we could still use for free agency if there's anyone left, but probably will be used at the deadline. And yeah, guys, I just checked free agency. As you can see, there's only 1 guy there above 79. But that did remind me, Saarinen here is supposed to be our backup goalie. He's waiting to get a contract. Let's see if we can do like a 2-year $950. And he said yes. So there we go. He definitely lucked out with contracts this summer. Now, actually, gonna make one more signing here, guys. Nikita Grabenkin. I feel like our AHL team could use one more decent forward. Right now, we got like a 60-something. So he's a 79. We plug him in, and we should be good to go. All right, guys. So that's all those trades and signings. Here's what the team's looking like for next season. Again, I think we're pretty good. We just got to start getting lucky. So, entire top 6 there gets a +5. I've got Dreber now in the first line with Reinhardt and Rantanen. So, the 3 snipers, but they're also our 3 best players. Hopefully they do well. Chinikov on the second line there with Stankoven and Berkeley Catton could be nasty. You got Hull on the third line there with Hedstrom. He's the rookie. 85 overall. 2-way forward. Looks to be just very, very balanced. Very good skater. The great on the PK. We're playing with Delandria there. Fourth line, Hootenan's making his NHL debut. Rucker McGroarty in the middle. Then Porter Martone also playing in the NHL for the first time. Defensively here, I think it's the exact same as last season. I like the chemistry. Hopefully Schaefer can just get up and rating a little bit. Goaltending here, Knightsler starter. Saarinen there now backing him up. AHL-wise, you got Balls in 82. Could make him the backup. That is his role, but I was looking at his athletic stats, and they're pretty terrible for some reason. So I think he needs a bit more time in the AHL. Meyer backing up, those a 76 medium elite, so could potentially, be an NHL backup, or maybe we'll just trade him. The forward group here, I think, is looking pretty stacked. Preston can make the NHL next year. Same with Justin Poirier. So, we definitely got some guys. In terms of the defense, it also looks pretty good. All like, mid to high 70s, led by Jack Thompson. There's 80. So, overall, expecting both these teams to make the playoffs again, which would be kind of crazy if we actually made the playoffs every single year as an expansion team. Hopefully, we can obviously add a Stanley Cup to that as well. But before in the video, guys, I'll show our ratings for next season. We've got 100 offense, 96 defense, 85 goaltending. I think that's the highest offensive defensive combo we've had yet. So let's see whether or not we can finally win a Stanley Cup next year. But until then, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.